Hey, GM friends. Oh, my mic sounds noisy. Let's get that down a little bit. Test. Okay, that's better. GM Lasserin, GM Cherry, GM Roxiano, and Goobs, and Supreme Pablo, and Coder Dan, who's going to be back up here in a second. Aavegotchi, Oxy.
Hello.
Good morning. GM, how you doing, sir?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. GM. There we go.
GM gang. What's new with everyone? Yeah, Ditchy's back. Nice. Good GM Nadio. GM Agi. I wonder if the GBM guy is going to be here. I thought he was dropping some alpha. I'm not sure what that's about, honestly. I was like looking at that. Maybe he'll come on. I'll ping him.
Do we have do we know roughly when they're going to do their TGE?
No, I mean, I'm kind of waiting with bated breath here. Gotchi's back to school. Yeah, one time. Yay. They get to learn about the dark liquidator history. No, I don't. I don't know when the TGE. I mean, I haven't seen an official date yet. But he was. Jake was saying they're gonna do some sort of. What was he saying? We got a big event on Monday, so 2 days from now, 10 a.m. UTC. $10,000 prize pool, double XP for the auction festival drop, giveaways, and other campaigns. Gonna be an exciting week. Not supposed to give out any more alpha, but we're cool. And then he said later the first 6 hours is advised. So that's I don't know what that's all about, but maybe I got some wearables that I need to start auctioning that we built. We've made a couple base wearables. Oh, Gentle Death linking somewhere. Oh, nice.
The base wearables, are those the ones that because I think I saw you guys mention they're like in the InfoFi campaign on Breadcrumb, they're going to be a part of it,
Yes.
correct? Yeah.
Yes, the base set with the 3 base wearables is going to be the prize. I think it's going to be raffled off for every breadcrumb that you get in the campaign. It's going to count as like 1 entry, and then it's going to be raffled off via that. I think that's a little bit fairer than giving it to like the top person again, like we did last time. So I'm hoping that someone high, but not necessarily number 1 on the leaderboard will get that. And then I think we'll probably have a couple other base wearable giveaways, but it's kind of saving a couple announcements. We got quite a few announcements. I'm going to put out a big announcement probably on Monday with all the recent stuff that has been shipped in the DAP. So Space Wearables is definitely one of them. A couple other things as well. But they're live. If you want to go forge some base wearables, guys, they are technically live in the marketplace as of a couple days ago. So go for it. And also the geodes right now, if you crack open a geode, it's configured to only give you base wearable schematics. So we'll probably change that and put that back to what it was previously, which was like everything. But if you're looking to get some of those base schematics, now's a good time to crack open some geodes.
Yeah, I like the raffle idea. I think.
Yeah. I was cracking open quite a few geodes the other day. Do an overview of the base wearables. We'll have the official announcement coming out on Monday. So there's been a couple updates in the DAP. Yeah, we got a nice graphic for it, and it's also you can see it in the announcement we made for this breadcrumb campaign. Beautiful little graphic that Stellar Hobbs made. Let me see. Let me find it. I think it's one of my favorite graphics that we've done recently. It's pretty damn cute. You guys, can anyone see what's in the background? You guys know what that is? Who's gonna guess? No one knows. You guys are
Ricky River?
down
No.
under. Yeah, Prong Meadow.
Yeah.
It's like an AI retouched version of Prong Meadow. Looks amazing. Maybe Rickety River's there in the background. I don't know. The something Meadow, yeah. The Prong Meadow.
Yeah, the Gotchi looks great. It's smart. I like the way you guys are going about this with the points for gameplay clips, the Steam review, and all that stuff. I think it's also the XP part of it for Gotchi Gang who wants to earn that 25 XP per Gotchi. So is that for anybody that places on the leaderboard? Do you have to be like a certain position? How does that work?
Good question. I think it's for if you do a Steam review or a gameplay clip. If Goobs is here, let me check the official announcement. Exactly what the criteria is for that. Let's see. I think it's for Steam. If you do a Steam review.
Yo, guys.
Hey, Jim.
Yo, just hopping up to help out with this one. Yeah, it's for the Steam review, and after you do it, there's a type form. So it's just like one extra step. So if you're doing the Steam review anyway, go ahead and fill out the type form. Includes a screenshot to upload to prove it, and obviously those kind of things get manually reviewed, but nothing 10 or 15 minutes a day can't handle. So yeah, that's what we're doing there. Yeah, I thought it was pretty important we get the XP into this because it's like it's a good double dip for Gotchi Gang, right? Rarity farming is
Yeah.
going, and with that in mind, it was like we've got to incorporate some XP just to spice things up for the rarity farming leaderboards, introduce some XP in the first half of rarity farming. So I think it's a really cool. It's also something like during the campaign, maybe other bakers become aware of rarity farming because they go, well, "What's this XP about? Oh, I don't have an Aavegotchi." And so obviously that's not going to be for all the bakers, but it remains to be seen. There might be a certain type of baker that really is genuinely, not just in it to promote, but actually discovering Aavegotchi and what we offer. And I think in that way, it's really cool that we're baking and doing an XP event basically simultaneously.
When we do these kind of things, we always like to spice it up and not just do the bare minimum of a campaign, but really went all out this time with the Steam review, the clip, and the XP. So curious to see what the response is. I haven't checked it today yet, actually. The leaderboard. It's always fun to check that. We got 346 bakers so far, 14K crumbs so far. And I see a lot of new faces actually on the leaderboard. That's pretty cool. Couple that were there before, but the previous top guys are not there yet. They haven't solidified their lead yet. So it's
Which
open to anyone.
are you looking at? The baking leaderboard? Or are
The
we talking about XP?
Yeah, the breadcrumb one.
Oh, here we got the link. Okay.
Definitely still very early with this one. And yeah, we got a lot of people playing Gotchi Guardians, doing that Steam review. So yeah, pretty happy with it so far.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this has changed since the last time I looked at it. It's very, very active. I'm just saying the leaderboard itself. So yeah, between that and I don't know if I missed it in the first few minutes, but between that and I'm calling it the Wrecked Pirates campaign. I don't know if it's the
Yeah, we
official
haven't
name.
talked about that yet.
I think we've got a couple of different things going on in terms of outreach. And No Future, I was wondering, like, we have the key statistics or like the things that this breadcrumbs campaign is focused on, which is the Steam review and gameplay clips. So I guess it doesn't make sense in this one, but if in an alternate world another route was more generalized, I think bakers would be very excited to chat about things like a rather unique on-chain, almost like a vampire attack, a good-willed vampire attack with this with this thing we're doing with the pirates, with Pirate Nation. But I don't know. It doesn't really make sense for you to yap about it or to bake about it, right? Because it's outside the spectrum. But it could be a unique tie-in.
It all depends on the keywords that you provided, which you shouldn't really let people know because then they know the secret sauce. But for most InfoFi campaigns or platforms, they'll give you specifics. So for here, I believe you said Ghost. You have to mention Ghost, Gotchi Guardians. But I think with most of these, if you mention one or the other, that will count. So people could talk about this giveaway and just use the Ghost hashtag. So yesterday I made a video about your breadcrumb campaign, and in the video, I didn't mention Gotchi Guardians, but I used the Ghost hashtag because I figured that would rank me. And I think it added some breadcrumbs to me. So I haven't checked. But yeah, so you could direct people towards this, but just let them know if you're going to, anything about Aavegotchi will count if you're using the Ghost hashtag or hashtag, not hashtag.
See, so there, that's a more simple way to think about it, is just make sure you get those hashtags in there. And
Yeah, the stuff that like the points, those are if you want to go above and beyond and get a quick, what is it, 800 points, which is
yeah,
like right now. I mean, the like the crumbs are going to go up for sure, but right now 800 crumbs is quite a lot. Like the top guy only has 1,000 right now. I mean, that's going to go up, but it's like a pretty easy way to get a nice 800, and that'll translate into some ghost. So
yeah,
that's like if you want to go above and beyond, but you can also do the normal, uh, like
tag
yapping
and
about it.
yeah. So we can talk about everything that's going on with Aavegotchi, and then
Hmm.
uh, when you want to get the big bag, just go play the game and open a Steam account if you don't have one, and you could be at the top of the leaderboard here pretty quick, because I just shared a screenshot of the top 10. It's early days, but there's a lot more crumbs out there. Yeah, Goop says not many videos coming in credited yet, so maybe there's a bit of a backlog. We might see these numbers go up.
But yeah, the Pirate Nation thing. I mean, I think it was just something I've wanted to do for so long, and I think the mimetic potential of gotchis like being the we are the liquidated degens, the souls. So I was like, man, when I saw they were shutting the whole thing down and burning all the stuff, it's like we got to do something for this. So we're out there trying this, and luckily we actually got the support of the Pirate Nation guys. They were like, just don't be like too negative about it, but they did give us the retweet. It was pretty cool.
It's changing my perspective on like this was an AI thing. Me and a few people here in the Discord had fun playing with a few weeks ago. And initially it was like, a gotchi holding the sword and the torch. But after this Wreck Pirates thing, I'm seeing the gotchis more as like Grim Reapers, They're like knock
Right.
knock, that meme. Knock knock, Pirate Nation. You're gonna become a gotchi now. And it's kind of a mimetic, it's quite powerful. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
quite, because it's not one size fits all, but there's like a certain like idea to establish there, where it's like really lean into our lore and do these type of collaborations with either projects that are winding down, or shifting focus, or whatever it may be. I like Musashi here. Maybe it's a raffle holding the torch. Yeah, the thumb, and it's kind of raffly. Very amphibian looking. So yeah, breadcrumbs, busy. Um, the Wreck Pirates, do we have any data on that yet? Or I know we've been retweeted from them, and some of the community here in the chat, actually, there's a lot of crossover. So one or two of you were
I
actively.
they were supposed to end the campaign
Right.
on Thursday, I think it was, and I haven't seen. I've been, I'll open their X account every day just to see if they did anything. So far, I think they have a campaign going on Abstract right now, but I think the Burn campaign is still going. Haven't seen any updates on that yet
Mhm.
or announcements.
Now, the breadcrumb campaign, going back to that, and that very nice graphic Stellar did. And I see Troy talking about the hardcore hair, or the Jesse hair. I love that's being
Mhm.
taking on more meaning. Is that just Stellar just doodling and inventing a new gotchi base aesthetic, or is there something under there, or we have no idea? We don't know anything.
You mean the Gotchi? I mean, we did talk about the base wearables a little bit.
Mm. Okay, yeah, yeah. That actually is the. I don't know how much we're saying or when we'll have them ready, but Stellar didn't just make that up out of thin air. It's a very nice looking set.
Yeah, Hot Curly Fry's already gotten the schematic, so I think he's you. I was just letting people know you can actually. We're gonna do the official announcement timed on Monday, like
Yeah.
with the GIF and everything. But you can actually go into the Forge right now and crack open some geodes to get we put 90% of the supply of schematics into the geodes, so pretty healthy chunk. The rest of the 10% we just kept, and we're gonna do giveaways and other things with them. I already made a couple full sets using alloy and everything.
Oh man. All right.
So let those the wearable alloy go brewer. We're burning that stuff down.
Yeah, I really like this model where it's like, well, we want to introduce some new creative designs, and the forge in this case is something we can lean on to actually achieve that in like a, I don't know, an orderly way, like a non
Yeah,
arbitrary way. Like there's a system for that. It's like, okay, there's
yeah.
a system.
It's not cheap, but it's like we
Yeah.
can't be as crazy with the giveaways as previously. But I mean, because every giveaway is actually real ghosts being burned, spent to buy wearables or schematic or alloy or cores or whatever. So we're doing the same with the pirates. We've obviously bought quite a few items, pirate related items, but we're also gonna forge some as well.
Yeah, thank you everybody for listing those. If some of you were prompted to contribute at fair market value, of course. But yeah, we've been scooping a lot of pirate stuff. Got a few eye patches. Those are the pricey ones, I think. And then I even picked up like a little what's his name? The little rapper. his patch, his like soul patch. So facial hair variety for our pirate team. We're building a team.
Where rarity do the new wearables have? Common, rare, and legendary. As we can, if you look at Hot Curly Fries schematics here, we got the purple, the blue, and the yellowish orange. So that's cool. And then 2 days from now, friends, we'll put an announcement out tomorrow, 24-hour announcement. But we got our first snapshot of Rarity Farming Season 11 coming. Make sure that you're all dressed. Maybe these new wearables will help bump you up a few ranks. So make sure that you're getting dressed in the Gotchi dressing room for this upcoming snapshot. Anyone planning to use the base wearables in your builds? We got some negative, what is that? Negative aggression, +3 brain with the base app, obviously. And then Jesse Pollock the hair is +2 energy and -2 aggression. So the whole set is negative ag, plus energy, and plus brain.
It was really cool seeing the #1 BRS Gotchi in Gotchi Guardians for a match earlier this week, talking about, you know, dressing up the Gotchis. I don't know if that one could benefit from one of these, but I mean, that's literally the top spot. But seeing him all dressed up and functioning inside Gotchi Guardians, it was kind of intimidating.
Where was that? I don't think I saw that.
A couple days ago, it was like my afternoon, so
Uh-huh.
you were probably sleeping. But there was a Gotcha Guardians match, and yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I immediately was like that Gotcha looks like messed up. It's got a raffle brain, it's got everything. As it looks like something I've seen at the top of the leaderboard, and sure enough, it was. So I got crushed. Thank you, Zbot. Yes, slide from Augie. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's in the chat here today. So that was it is actually very satisfying to see like real quote unquote real gotchis in Guardians when you're playing. Um, and I'm hopping in the verse to dance with you guys. I saw the comment, so I'll be in the dance hall here soon.
I'm just back channeling here with the monkeys. We got our rarity farming stimmies payment is being processed by them right now, so that's always exciting. Thank you, Foundation Monkeys. Can I say that?
You have to add with a ledger, then it's not offensive.
Ah, okay. Monkeys with a ledger. Ledger monkeys. Or monkeys with a ledger. Which one do you prefer?
I think ledger monkey just rolls off the tongue a little easier.
Yeah, I think so too. Foundation monkeys. Yeah, it's always good to get that. We'll do the normal kind of 24 hours or 48 hours of getting those stimmies out. I was testing it over my work day yesterday, getting the make sure there was a little bit of change in how I needed to sync up the kinship stuff because there was a small change that we had to make on the front end, so we're just working through that. But other than that, I don't think any other major changes were needed on the code to get rarity farming working on base, so I was pretty happy with that. Anyone else got anything you want to share with everyone here on the Hangout? I was just asking Immaterial about the next Gotchi Battler. It says like no estimated time for the next season of Gotchi Battler yet. Would love to obviously have that pretty soon. Now that we're on base, I think it'd be a nice complement to the rarity farming push that we'll be doing.
No, I guess it's too soon to be revealing the 3D equivalents of the new wearables, right? You can look forward to the announcement and get loud about it then.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be nice. So some things to look forward to next week. I know Gotcha Guardians, they're kind of picking a date here. They haven't picked a date for the next patch, the next push for Guardians, but there is another update that's coming together. It's probably we're talking in terms of, is it 2 weeks out or three? But yeah, look forward to some new. I think we're going to get new skins with that for sure, and some of those are looking pretty nice. And then we're talking about like just how to make it more streamlined and like some guardrails where it's clear like how many new wearables and how frequent they come. I mean, not wearables, but skins, because these do get minted and traded in the bazaar now. So if you guys have any input or what you like or don't like, or what's holding you back, or whatever your current impression is of the skins being minted and trading in the bazaar, that's something we're also like we care a lot about. And so there's a couple of very beautiful designs getting ready, and it's like, are they open for a whole season, or should we do like shorter windows for the mints, like open edition but smaller time frames? So just those are some of the conversations Slama and Dan and myself, the team's having. So especially for like Augie,
Season
some of you
one
guys
is going to be
game.
ending soon. If you haven't, even the starter packs, he was Salamo was saying maybe he wants to kind of cycle out the current starter packs. So if you haven't gotten those, I mean, those will be ended eventually and minted on base and tradable. So those, don't think don't want to go without a starter pack from Gotcha Guardians. Kind of epic to have one once they're not minted anymore.
The request coming in. How do we not have a kilt? Did she requesting a kilt? You gotta have the bagpipe wearable then with it, right?
what is I'm looking at Chwayne's. What is his image here?
It's like a bloody
Let's see.
nose. No bagpipes. He just needs to ditch his pants. Been there, been there. Oh, Hakurai says that's the cannibal. The Gachis emit pixel blood when
right.
they get too hungry.
The smile threw me off.
Right? A little devious. No future. Before we get into DAO stuff, anything else on your radar? Like, you have the kind of bird's eye view, and you're actively engaging in so many fronts. So, you kind of helped promote or like bring breadcrumb to our attention between you and Goobs, and just getting familiar with these products coming out. What else is on your radar? Anything you're personally excited about? It could be completely unrelated to Aavegotchi.
Yeah, I'm involved in all these different InfoFi campaigns because there's like 20 different platforms now. So just kind of grinding all these different ones. But a little cool piece of news is tomorrow I'm flying to New York City to attend. I was invited to attend the Katana X Hadron cohort demo day. So there's like 10 projects that are going to be there. It's going to be at the MoonPay Ventures office in New York City, and it's going to be like a 3-hour demo day. I'm going out to make content, so I'm going to be flying out with some camera equipment, lighting equipment. I'll be doing 10 really short interviews with each founder, one interview per founder for 10 founders, like just getting to know more information. I'll cover their event, the demo day, take some photos, and then fly back out to Nashville on Tuesday evening. So it's going to be a really quick trip. It came about very quickly because I was the top yapper in July for Katana. So they reached out and they're like, hey, you want to come out and cover this? So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So it's InfoFi has been really fun for me. It's just been a lot of opportunity. And if you're out there looking, I think it's great for projects and for people who are like on the timeline. I've been really happy to see a lot of Gotchi Gang, Schnitzel Def specifically jumping into the breadcrumb campaign and getting out there because it just brings the brand out there. I was gonna wear my Music City Gotchi Gang jersey to the event for the interviews, but I was like, I don't know. It's like Katana's incubated by Polygon. GSR is gonna be there. There's probably gonna be Polygon people. It's like, hey, look at the guy that just like bridged off Polygon. So it's like maybe I'll probably wear a button down shirt and keep it professional. I'll wear a Gotchi hat though.
There we go. No, that's super cool. I love those kind of trips, and being downtown New York at the MoonPay, looking at all the Katana stuff. That's right up your alley. That's perfect. So did not know you were doing that. That sounds awesome. I'm sure you'll
Yeah,
learn something or discover a project on the way and come back more informed than before.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I haven't been to New York since last year, so I'll get to go back at least for a day or two and get supplies that I can get in New York but I can't get in Tennessee and bring them back. So that's another great thing.
That's true. I think I know what you mean. Yeah, and
Yes.
good call on the call out to Schnitzel Death and Nestor. You guys have been showing up big time. Nadio's been making posts. It's definitely helped, like, for whatever reason, like, yeah, the timeline's been a little more enjoyable, a little more Gotchi centric, and not just from like new bakers discovering it or working with it, but here with Gotchi Gang. So super cool. Oh, Dan, we could have a Department of War meme with the
We need
licks.
the licks. I was gonna say whoever makes that meme first, a good one. It's got to be a decent one. I'll retweet that for the breadcrumb campaign.
Jesse, are you
Oh,
gonna hang out with Breadcrumb at the base camp event? Like you're both
yeah,
going, correct?
yeah. So I was on your spaces the other day, and I kind of reset. I don't know if that was my side or their side, but I did hear that they're going to be there, and I was trying to get on stage to tell them I'll be there too. But definitely look forward to meeting up in person with those guys. Yeah, that's about 10 days out, less than 10 days from now, so I will be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be
And
fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I know it's very curated. There's gonna be hundreds of builders. They kind of booked out the entire hotel, so it should be a plenty of people to meet. And then just above, I wrote the word rally. I also heard you talking about some other like InfoFi campaign platform. I think it was called Rally, and you seemed pretty excited about it. But again, I kind of caught the tail end of what you were saying on that particular hangout.
Yeah, so Rally is another one. They're doing a decentralized marketing market. So they just launched. I got into the top 100. They did like a little leaderboard pre-launch. I got in on that. So now I'm having access to their campaigns. The way it's going to be, I guess, is they have their own algo, and every time you put out a post, the algo instantly judges and scores it, and then you could see based on your score like where you are on a leaderboard for the rewards. But their campaigns are short. Like the campaigns that are going, there's only 100 people whitelisted right now. These campaigns are only for 3 or 4 days, so most of them end very soon. And yeah, I have actually, we scheduled someone from Gen Layer who's like part of the people who are behind Rally. They're going to be coming on the Hangout on Wednesday when I get back. We're going to interview them and get more information. But yeah, it seems like I was telling my girlfriend that the InfoFi space is getting kind of crazy. Like it's starting to evolve more into like more decentralized marketing, which I like. It's for me, it's been working out really well because I actually make video content and I try to educate and inform people. So for a long time, that kind of content no one cares about. They want shit posts, they want silly memes and stuff like that. But now you see a lot of these campaigns kind of pivoting towards like, no, we want real value coming from the content, stuff that can be used to help for conversions, especially if you have a product and you're actually shipping something. Educational and onboarding content is hugely important. So I've found that like it feels like finally the creator market is like turning and creating this like optimized situation for me to like succeed. And it's been working. Like I was number 6 on the Polygon leaderboard for Katana for Kaido, but I'm actually number 3 now. So next month, with all these different leaderboards, the amount that I can earn from rewards, it's going to start getting insane. Assuming that it doesn't, like InfoFi doesn't die off in the next 2 or 3 months. I don't think it will. I think it'll continue to evolve. But yeah, Rally's interesting because of that whole like decentralized marketplace. It's similar to Yap.Market in that it like kind of uses some of the Kaido infrastructure to judge you as a creator. Like you have a KOL score. I don't actually, is it KOL score? That's actually for Mindo, not for. There's just too many of these platforms, but I'm using like 10 of them and trying to make as much money as possible.
If anyone else wants to join, just hit you up, right? And you'll give them the scoop on which ones are quote unquote hiring. Because it sounds
Yeah,
like you got a whitelist for some of these early ones. You gotta try to
yeah,
get in there.
there's ones that are whitelisted. There are ones that aren't. Like another one is Wall Chain, and Wall Chain does quacks. I think there's some kind of Polygon affiliation there. I'm not sure, but they have like a campaign with a company called Covalent, and I didn't realize this, but Covalent is behind like a lot of the sub-second infrastructure for base for stuff like Aerodrome and Zora. Like they use the Covalent infrastructure, so it's like, oh shoot, we're base aligned, and now I'm yapping about a project that actually matters and is like useful infra for like the stuff that's being, like watching Aavegotchi build on base. It's like, oh shit, there's a tie here. So there's a lot of different campaigns and a lot of different opportunities. And if you're like real, you stand a chance to like do some stuff, especially if you can stand out above the AI slop, which is why Schnitzel Def and Nestor, I believe Schnitzel Def has done a lot more video content for Gotchi Guardians, and it shows up in my timeline, and it's showing that value much more than just the smaller accounts on Breadcrumb who are just like kind of yapping at each other and dropping misinformation or just saying Aavegotchi a bunch of times in hopes of getting more breadcrumbs. You're seeing people like Schnitzel Def actually provide value and rise up these leaderboards, which is encouraging.
The
On that,
only, the only thing is he doesn't like he did in the last campaign. A lot of the guys, maybe they've changed the rules since then. I know they did change the algo a little bit. Those guys were the guys that were just out there like yapping nonstop. Did eventually make it to the top. Schnitzel Death put up a good fight though, and same with Nestor and a couple other guys. Uh, but maybe they'll continue tweaking their algorithm so that the good content does kind of rise to the top better.
Yeah, they actually had. Let me see if I can find the announcement because they did drop
You
one
know,
about the changes they were making. Yeah, chow spam. The algo is flexing. Now you can't self comment, post too often, copy pasta your old material, steal it from bakers, bot content, tag multiple projects, or do follow for follow spam. Don't try to game the system. Just add value, and you will be rewarded. And I think that's why we're seeing new people at the top of the leaderboard for the recent campaign. It's only been live for 2 days or so, but it's they're the good thing is breadcrumb, he like takes the feedback from projects and then implements them, and then he's super transparent on these spaces that I'm hosting with him, kind of telling the audience and the creators like, hey, these are the things we're changing because we've noticed that this is, campaigns have told us this is not good, this is good, and we're trying to flex and work between those. So it's been cool watching a platform kind of grow from what seems like not the beginning, but like very early in this platform's like kind of history essentially. Yeah, Nestor, you're right. Videos are where it's at. You also like, if you're on X, videos get incentivized if you're earning ad revenue. So for me, I get ad share, and I've noticed that since I've been putting out so much more videos, like I've been clip farming my stream. So I do 5 days a week where we do the hangout in the morning. Me and D Engineer, I will host that, and then we talk about all these different subjects, and I'll clip a whole bunch of small videos and then post them throughout the day. And my monetization on X has gone up like I'm getting a couple $100s a month now, which is more than enough to pay for the ultra premium version that Elon keeps all the ads away from me. So it's if you're making video content for InfoFi, it's also boosting your ability to grow on X. I think that's smart to get more gotchis out there, just representing on the timeline. Nestor, you need for, I believe, if I remember, for X, you need to make 5 million impressions in 3 months, which is very easy if you just reply guide to the biggest accounts, turn on their notifications, try to reply within the first minutes or seconds of when like a big account, like I do NBA stuff. So whenever they post something, I'm in there, I'm trying to post something witty or funny or valuable, add on to the conversation. You can get those impressions easy. The bigger one is you need 500 verified followers. And I think the verified, I don't know if that means that they have like the blue check mark, or they're just not like, they've reached some level of premium, like at least the where they've been kind of verified, I guess, right? So if you get those, then you got 3 months of getting 5 million yaps, freaking impressions, and then you can get monetized. There's a third thing you need also, but I forget what it is. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, the 5 million impressions is not that hard. I did it 2 years ago in 1 month. I got almost 10 million, 12 million impressions. But it was just like, you either have to, it's mostly replying to the largest accounts. If you reply to Elon, you're going to get a
Yeah.
lot of impressions. Uh, the thing is, the other thing that works, and I was stupid for this, I made a joke about Taylor Swift under a post, and they came for me. I got a lot of impressions, but I got shadow banned after that. I made fun of the French once, which I love the French, but it was a stupid joke. They were like something. It was a news related article to the French, and I posted a GIF where it's like two Americans wearing like really like obvious like French costumes, but it's like ridiculous, and they're saying "Sacre bleu," and the French came for me. It was not good. The Swifties came harder though. Arguably, the worst decision I made was attacking the Swifties.
Well, shall we
It's
get
a
into
good
the
app.
DAO call here, friends?
Yeah. Roxy, are you hosting this week? Well, yes, she is. Sorry.
Hi, yeah. Can you hear me? Hold on one sec. Settings. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. GM. So as for the DAO call, I did not post an agenda because I honestly didn't know what to post for the agenda. There are no active proposals or closed this past week or new proposals being discussed at the moment. I know that we have like really exciting gameplay and campaigns happening here, but there's no activity with specifically the DAO. And I'm not sure totally what's going on with DAO Box. We should definitely get the ball rolling for that, for the DAO directors. As far as new projects in Aavegotchi, I think the builders may need to regain their footing here on base and figure out what the move is there. But yeah, as you guys were saying earlier, definitely things are looking really good, like for a future. Pardon me if I sound weird. I'm a little bit sick. Um, uh, and yeah, basically, um, yeah, I don't know. That's really all I got.
Yeah, I know Ditchy said he was back from his camping trip, so maybe we can talk because there's a few subjects that were kind of up in the air that we can talk about that aren't necessarily formal or anything. There was the the DAO structure moving forward with potentially DAO box. I guess we have to discuss
Yeah,
what we need to do to make that decision, and then Maxi Crouton did post something about director pay and changing it to USDC versus Ghost. And then there's the like that informal discussion about the retroactive pay for me and China as like officers. So there's a bunch of stuff we can discuss. It really will depend on if Ditchy can speak. I'm scheduling a call with Alex this coming week. Okay, that's from Ditchy
yeah,
regarding Dalbox.
yeah. So it looks like we'll get more information on that in the future. I just didn't know if there were any updates going on with any of the other topics you mentioned, since it was talked about last week as well, as far as I know.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like we're in a Labor Day weekend, kind of like it's been a quiet week mostly in the Discord. So I don't know if there's a lot to talk about or any updates there. But Ditchy just came up. Good morning, Ditchy.
Yeah. Good morning, Digi.
Good morning, No Future. Good morning, Raziano. So yeah, just a quick update on the legal bounty side. There are two things that I'm working on right now. So I've already got requests out to let me get my notes here. I think I've two out of the three lawyers I've already reached out to. No, one of the three lawyers. I've got a response from one of them looking to do a consult call this week. And then I've got requests out to two different um, DAO governance consulting firms, DAObox being one of them. So I'm talking with Alex right now. We're going to jump onto Telegram this coming week to do a full rundown of what kind of services they offer, what we're looking for, and get an official quote sent over to the DAO so that we can discuss how we want to get that structuring done if we go with DAObox. I'm also speaking with another company called Block Apex, and I've got two more legal firms that I need to reach out to. So that'll all be starting to culminate next week.
Okay, so you're going to be making comparisons to figure out which one is best.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
Need to
good.
get those consult calls done first.
Sweet. That's an awesome update. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Okay,
Now
and
I did roll on a side note. The reason why I'm talking to both legal firms and consulting firms is because Alex at DAObox had mentioned that they have a back office legal that they use for all of their foundation and company processing. And so we want to find out if that's a service that can be passed through directly to the DAO. Like, can we get legal representation for our foundation through that arrangement, or is it strictly for DAObox to get legal representation for representing our foundation as an agent? So that's the question I need to get answered.
What would be the difference between those? How would that affect us?
Option one would be somebody in our DAO would be able to call up legal and get recommendations on actions that we want to take or have taken and they can help us clean up any messes that we left behind. The second option would be if we hired someone like DAObox to be our foundation directors on record. Anytime they take an action on behalf of the DAO, they could consult with legal to see if they would be in a liable position. So the question is, if they have that legal representation for them as a foundation director, does that extend to the DAO's decisions that they haven't executed on? If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it does.
Well, that's all I've got for this week.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Okay. Jesse said he's interested in ways we can incorporate other projects and brands into our DApp or Gotchiverse. That's true. We need some more other projects in here. So we meet more teams in base camp. Oh yeah. Networking. Networking is something that is and will be happening. And then hopefully others will be interested in coming to help build on Aavegotchi as well. Sounds good.
Yeah, just on that real quick, it looks like the community coin wearables thread kind of went quiet almost 3 weeks ago. So, but not with like a very clear, like, no, let's not do it, or yes, we should. So I'll read through it and see where it ended in terms of like, or you guys can let me know, like in terms of was there strong opposition, or it's just kind of very brainstormy and it just kind of died out, or something else. But I'll definitely read through it today. And that was a leading contender as something we could do, heading into base camp, and just it seemed like a lower lift, some way to shill, or like, have a easy onboarding with people we kind of vibe with. So I'll take a look, see where it's at. If anybody does want to chime in, we got a little bit of time right now.
Yeah, if a
I
lot of
think
people are in support of it, would Pixelcraft be building it?
yeah, we've gotten our wearable pipeline has actually gotten a lot faster in this last update. Took some time, and Vibe coded a new CLI tool that I can run every time we want to add new wearables. So that's going to dramatically improve that process. Really pretty excited about that. Just to go back to the coins, I think the intention there was to make them like they wouldn't be forge created, right? This would be something that we would just mint a bunch of them and not have to worry about with this latest giveaway. We're kind of tied by financial constraints. We're not just gonna like every giveaway we do is actually real like ghost that has to be spent buying alloy and things like that. But I think the intention with the community coin slot, which is like lower than common rarity, was that it would just be something we could mint. Yeah, aesthetics only is what T-Bot said. So
Yeah,
if that's true, then that's good. That I'm fully on board with it.
yeah, I hope so, because part of that pitch, it'd just make it entirely complex if I had to say, yeah, we'll get your coins in the game. We can even do a giveaway of your own ERC20 token to Gotcha Gang during this promotion. But hold on, we got to go find out how many alloy we can get before we give you a number. It obviously just makes it more complex. So it'd be really cool if we could have something this simple and easy to put in front of other teams.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm all for free customization.
Yeah. I think
It's a
adding in
win-win.
coins is it's kind of a no-brainer. Arrow token and other kind of partners that we're working with would be pretty cool to have those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nadia, with the fake gotchis, the cool thing about our ecosystem, there are a couple different verticals we could put in front of teams. If they're more artsy, creative type of communities, then fake gotchis makes a lot of sense, or really could be anybody. So good point, Nadia. Cool. Well, it just got quiet there, and I wasn't sure if like we just weren't going to do it or not. But if let's fire up that thread one more time. If anyone does have opposition or like some very you know, specific thoughts on how to do it right, then this will be a good week to do it because I'm hoping we can get a sig prop going here pretty soon.
Yay! I'm excited.
Yeah, we don't want you coming up, you guys coming up every week saying, "Oh, there's no sig props." So,
Right. Yeah, I think the main thing was the base migration strategies. We did a little bit more work on that. The glitter contract is the staking contract should be going out very, very soon. So I think that's the main blocker. It's just no one wants to make a prop on Polygon. So yeah, we had a lot of stuff kind of backed up this week that finally got shipped. So that next priority is to get that contract out and get the base strategies fully migrated over.
Yeah, definitely. And once the proposal's there, it will start pick up just like Foreign said. Then we'll get feedback on it. But yeah. Good stuff. And once everything is fully on base, yep.
oh, good shout from Goobs, real quick. Just we launched a new channel in the Discord the other day called Gotchi Raids, and I think it's gonna be useful for the breadcrumb type campaigns, but just in general, as we're getting loud on multiple social media platforms. Everybody is invited to just, if you make a post, just share it there and we'll be aware and we'll support it.
Definitely. I might have to start up my channel again. There's lots of gameplay to be had. Super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even heard Slama might be he was talking about starting to do some videos for Gotchi Guardians about specific builds and like ways strategies that you can use. So that's a niche that I've always wanted people to explore. I think it'd be really cool great content to watch someone playing Guardians and like talking about the different builds that you can do and the strategies.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's always a lot going on that you can make videos on.
For sure. And there was some good advice from No Futuristic earlier in this call. A lot of great information.
Yeah, we're enjoying these InfoFi campaigns, and I probably will do more of them. So good time to be yapping about Aavegotchi and get, earn your share of Ghost.
Definitely. Oh, did you brought up the subject of dyeing wearables? That's a really cool idea and something I've kind of like also thought that would be pretty cool. I want to get that into fruition because I'm I'm a customization girly, so I love to see like all the different ways that people could like dress their gotchis and like just look different and unique. Pink pirate outfits.
No, yeah, customization. That's kind of like a cornerstone for Aavegotchis in terms of our NFT generation. It's like we stood apart because they're customizable. We should lean into that a bit. I love doing that too. Dying wearables.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's some of our wearables imagined. We got them in SVG, 3D, and then these sprites. Check out this new animation that came through this week. Just a little hint, we're working on all fronts, so he might look familiar.
Ooh, that's cute.
Who's that, Dan? He's missing his hair.
Anyone know? He is missing his hair. I hope he's. IRL. I don't think he's going bald.
I have a
But
few
let's see if anyone knows.
guesses for Reckless.
We noticed his little feet peek through the bottom of the boat, which
Definitely
led
a
me to
reckless
conclude-
flight. Yeah.
I-
The feet peeking through is kind of adorable, but also like, I guess it works.
Well, I always thought of like the Aave boat is kind of like if you've ever had a kid with those little Tykes cars and they
Yeah.
pedal with their feet. Maybe that's what that Aave boat is. It's a
Maybe.
very small boat.
I know we spent a lot of time on that in 3D trying to figure out what kind of boat it was.
Yeah, very, very, very true. Yeah, Flintstone powered this. That's another way to put it. I can hear the twinkle toes. Cool. Maybe that's a good note to end on, unless there's other topics to discuss.
Yeah, I think that pretty much could wrap it up. That's we sorry there wasn't much this week, but there's still a lot of exciting stuff to look forward to, and yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to those snapshots for rarity farming and these new campaigns kicking off. So there's a lot in motion right now.
Definitely, yeah. And Fifu should have an update for next week. That's cool. Awesome. I love to hear that. Anyway, I hope everyone has a great rest of their weekend.
Yep. Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for coming out.
Yeah, have a great weekend, and we'll see you throughout next week.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take it easy, friends.